Good day everyone. By the way, my name is Maimad from B13. Now, my sign topic is first, Socratic dialogue, second, ethical dilemmas, third, stories and vertical learning, fourth is a moral decision. First, I'm going to discuss the Socratic dialogue. Socratic dialogue is a form of dialogue which encourages us a group to question and reach consensus in answering a universal question. So, ang Socratic dialogue, nagmula siya sa dialoga ng nanikikayat sa grupo na magtanong at magkasundo sa pagsasagot sa isang pagkalatang tanong. So, Socratic dialogue is using my personal experience na nag-process siya og dialogue na daghang learning sa imo as a self. So, Socratic dialogue nagdagkas siya pod siya og competition as a group challenges na na-include po dito ang answer of participants as a group. So, Socratic dialogue it is important as a students because maka-learn ka og mga how to read, how to converse the words, and how to identify the another words that can cause and that can important as a learning. So how to facilitate a Socratic dialogue. So Socratic dialogue to answer the selected question, the facilitator guides the group through a structured process of scientific reflection. So, Socratic dialogue is a facilitator guides the group through a structured process of the semantic reflection based on my personal experience by the participants. So, as a students and sit in a cycle so that all members cause and response to each other. So the open-ended question and stick using their notes as a support students and enter the session responding to the individual question. So Socratic dialogue, one of the most group that cause nila og mga experience og mga participants na ma-improve or ma-ask sa mga personal example is to consider represent the topic na mag-represent po siya og mga ang sa imong topic na ma-inform nimo sa imong students na ang sa among topic na maatag pod ka og mga example para ana na mga imong topic. So, there are three types of Socratic dialogue. First is conversation, second strategic discourse, third is meta discourse. So, Socratic conversation, it is talk about nagtalk ka sa imong kauban. So, between two or more people in which thoughts and feelings and ideas are experienced, questions are asked and answered, and how do you information to exchange. So, conversation is isa nakauban din nag-share mo og mga mga stories na nag-share mo mga stories with feelings. So, mao na ang conversation. Nag-cause po siya ang mga information na gikan sa imong kauban na nag-share sa imo. Sa imong kauban. So, second is strategic discourse. So, strategic discourse is the linguistic practice through which security policy and responsive is examined from the point of the view of the models. So, on representation through the which it's nag-represent siya ang mga national official level. So ang strategic discourse nag-represent sa og mga point na mga idea na gikan nimo. So the next is a meta discourse. So meta discourse is a form of generally using the indicate and shape and shapes in discourse labels. So of my means of what is what is speakers multi-level then message are being conveyed alongside some above and or behind the unfolding discourse. So meta discourse ng cause po siya ang mga conversation then messages being covered in line along sa inside of an event. So nag-cause po siya parang nag-interconnect siya sa mga kanang conversation. So Socratic dialogue is a method of assessing kinds of determining how accurate and artful certain truth may be typically this is done by exploring on client come to have a thoughts on evaluating the evidence regarding those other possible thoughts. So Socratic dialogue nag-cause and of kana thoughts mga conversation or kana mga nag-representative first siya ang mga topic mga dialogue na ma-cause sa students. Then next is ethical dilemmas. So ethical dilemmas is dilemma is a moral situation where a choice asked to be made between two quality and reasonable alternative. So ethical dilemma nagkaspa siya ang situation kung saan kailangan pumili ng ang pangitaan ng dalawang pantay na hindi kanais-nais na mga alternatibo. It is also known as moral dilemma. Ito ang kilala rin bilang moral na dilemma. So, it is the moral situation, social, personal, ethical guidelines can provide no satisfactory outcome for sabing dilemma. So, ito ay sa mga moral na situation, ito ang panipunan. So, at a personal na alin tunturin ethical na hindi na makabibigay kung siya na resulta para sa paglutas na anak ng mga sitwasyon. So, this is a result the ethical dilemma. So, structure of ethical dilemma first, doing what is morally right. So, result in nag-result po siya of bad outcomes or bad effect. So doing what is a moral or wrong is result in good or at least bitter effect or outcomes. Parang lang siya, nag-change lang siya ang good mo at sa bad ay a bad outcomes or bad effect. Na bad effect sa nag-result siya of kana either or nor good or at least bitter effect or outcome effect. This is ethical dilemmas. There are three types of ethical dilemmas. First is refute the paradox dilemmas. So refute the paradox dilemmas that this situation must be carefully analyzed. In some case of existence of the dilemmas can be logically refuted value theory of approach. Nagkuan siya og mga situation na most carefully na siya ang nag-analyze ng mga situation. Second is a value theory. So value theory is nag-examine siya og how and why and to what degree yun. So value things and whether the object or subject using its personal idea, subject or anything else. So ang find nag-solution po siya og mga anything na mga idea na mali. So next is find alternative solution. So Find alternative solution using the brainstorming is a common method for generating alternative solution. It is involved generating as many ideas as possible without changing or flirting them in limited time. So, find alternative solution naglimit siya o nag-brainstorming jud nagsud siya is a common method. Din na siya mga limited time para maumana na ng mga solution. Next is some ethical problem cause ethical dilemmas. First is kanang feeling lack of clear linkage between business, ethical, financial, and success. So, pakiramdam ng kawalan na malinaw na ugnayan sa pangitan ng negosyo at tagumpay na pananalapi. So, og kanang financial success. Next, not clear about how much they should invest, like to know and how much good enough. So, hindi na malinaw kung magkano ang dapat nilang i-invest na gusto nilang malaman kung magkano ang sapat na magandang anak na mga trabaho. So next, ang unclear about right balance between business, ethics, and invest. So hindi malinaw ang tamang balance sa pangitan ng ethical sa negosyo at pamumuhay. Next, invest. Ethical business may be large, it may be fruitless rate. So, ang pamumuhay sa ethical ng negosyo ay maaaring malaki ito na maaaring maging isang walang bungang pag-iintay. Mao na ang some ethical problem cause of dilemmas. Next is ethical dilemmas and effect on business. Kini na effect po sa business. Cooperative management, it is a dilemmas to follow ethics business are to favor stakeholders. The major ethical dilemmas those effect of business are mo ni ang four types of ethical dilemmas and its effect on business. First is kanang stakeholder. So, of a cooperative stake refers to an individual or legal entity that is registered by the corporation as the legal owner of shares of the share and capital of a public or private corporation. So, stakeholders may be referred to as a membership of a corporation. Next is employers. So, employers is someone that another person or company likes the perform of service. Nag-perform siya og service. Kanang employer siya. Next is society. Society is a group of individuals involved in and presented a social interaction or a large social group. So, sharing the same spiritual or social theory that typically subject and in another way. So, next is to create negative image. So, create a negative image is one of the most creates a negative image. The image is a dark where the subject was a light. So, light where is the subject was dark. So, parang nag-create siya og mga image na mauni ang ilang subject na ma-encode nila or ma-finalize nila. Next is stories and verifical learning. So, stories and verifical learning are the powerful tools for learning as they provide real life sample insights. Mao ni ang mga life sample of mga stories. So, insights into human experience and opportunities to understand different perspectives by studying the lives of notable individuals. We can learn valuable lessons, gain inspiration, and develop empathy. Mani first kanang biography writing. So biography writing are simple bio is a detailed description of a person's life. It involves more than just basic facts like education, work, relationships, and death, and portrays at personal experience of these life events. Mao ni ang biography writing. So nang nagkasya ang mga writing about mga description or description that can that can do na makadusa students. Next is information text. Kanang information text is a non-fiction writing with the intention of informing the readers about the specific topic. Mao ang mga information text mga topic ng mga students. So next is a biographies and biographical books. Biographies and biographical books. I talk about biographies a book about a single person's life and work, deal to about their family and friends, relationships and children, colleges and acquaintances. So there the word biography is means life writing. The two of the word is derived from medieval Greek book like graphical writing. So improvise biographical books nag-cause pa siya ang writing po ang ilang nagka-kanani. So nag-provide siya of the word that can cause to handwriting. Next is moralization. So moralization, we tend to take that decision making is a simple but one closer. Look, it's a mere rival itself to be complex act involving many dimensions such as ethical, social, organizational, legal, and political, and so on. So first, there are three types of moral decision making. First is clarity. So clarity is that of having a full detailed and ordinary method graphs of something. Nag-cause pa siya of clarity of or na siya something na mga inunda. So next is implement. Implement ipatupad ng parang for example kanang gobyerno na nag-decision siya na anumang anumang pangarap niya na mapatuloy sa pagpatupad ng pagbago na tinuturing na responsible. Ang tanong, sino ang magpatupad ng pagbabago? Ito ay sinasabi ng isang source ng gobyerno na ang pagpatupad ng plano ay makikitang makagawa ng pagbago na makita ng pagbago sa gobyerno. No, ang presidensya ang magtupad kung paano magbago ang bansa. So next is kanang evaluate. So evaluate is to determine or set the value or amount of express. The evaluate properly judge or determine the significance, worth or quality of assess to evaluate the result of the experiment. So evaluate nagdokpok siya evaluate kanang results sa imong, for example kanang results sa imong study or kanang results sa imong kanang quiz kamo na evaluate. Next is critical thinking. So critical thinking, a good critic needs a set of correct attitude. So the theory's praising or ace capacity and best attitude is the foundation as costly, which is inner motivation. So, ang critical thinking is nag-mean siya ang inquiry, active states of mind of adapted by social against and uses of language. Nagbuot sa ang mga kanang good attitude nimo as a students, maayo ba ang imong attitude at ang imong attitudes sa imong sa imong classmate or abang pa mga tao na ganahan sila sa imong attitude. So, moral adjustments is a moral adjustment is being a moral is defined as so concerning principles of right and wrong, behavior, ethical. Mao gyapon ni ang mga kanang behavior na sa mga right sa mga mali ana na mga ideas. So, attribute both on people since what is a right is just not a legal rights or obligation. So, as if people na malang mali, of course, na parang tudluan sila kung unsay mali ana ng mga words na dapat nila certain. So, following standards of right and behavior, good and virtues. First, Oxford Dictionary 1989, it is context is very important for the teacher understanding the stage and moral development of the children. So, according to Oxford Dictionary 1989, important jud ni sa mga kanang moral judgment sa mga teachers and kanang sa mga students na ma-understand sila or ma-cause sila ng mga moral na development as a students. So, in conclusion, reflecting of exploring of Socratic dialogue, ethical dilemmas, stories, and biographical learning. In the context of moral decisions making, it is evident that these tools offer profound insights into the complex items of human behavior and moral reasoning throughout the engaging with narratives, whether fictional or drawn for the or drama from a real life. So, experience or individuals can develop a deeper understanding of ethical principles and creative empathy and critical thinking skills. Socratic dialogue with its emphasis of questioning and challenging reception provides a framework for ethical inquiry and self-reflection. So, encouraging individuals to examine their beliefs and values regarding by integrating the process into additional and personal development practice, we can foster more informed and ethical society where individuals are empowered to navigate moral complex moral judgment is with the integrity and compassion. This is my assigned topic. That's all. Thank you.